Let's get to celebrating St. Lucia Independence Day. Guys, so it is a very late start, right? Um, had a long day of work and came home. My wife is sick, my daughter is active, and I just could not actually get to, you know. Are you guys hearing me? Alright, cool. Right? So, I've been said I am going to do a tasting. I was supposed to get Rashawn to do this tasting, but him like I have a young daughter and family life and all this stuff, right? So, supposed to do this tasting for St. Lucia Independence Day. Supposed to do this tasting with Rashawn for St. Lucia Independence Day. As I said, none of us could really get on the same page. Work, life, everything. It's almost midnight, but I was determined that I was going to do this today. Alright? So, St. Lucia, today is the 45th Independence Day. Now I gotta look this up. So, normally I would already gotten this thing researched, or Sean would have been here to research this for me today. St. Lucia Independence Day. Alright? And yeah, sadly, yes, today's the 45th Independence Day. Alright, sadly, didn't get that done. I visited St. Lucia last year on Uber Soca Cruise, and I was able to just enjoy St. Lucia for like a split second, for literally like a day, and yeah, so that was really amazing, right? So on St. Lucia, there is St. Lucia Distillers. I think St. Lucia Distillers are the name, or is it Chairman? I think St. Lucia Distillers, right? So St. Lucia Distillers has Bounty Rum. They have Dandros, right? Which Dandros is their strong rum, which I think is about 80%, right? They got Bounty White, Bounty Gold. They got a bunch of stuff there at St. Lucia Distillers. And they also have, I got this last year in duty free, which is their Lab Spice one, which is a special spice rum that they made for they experimented. So every year they do a new one. That was Spice Rum one, right? They also have the Animal Rum line, which is 100% continuous pot stills. I have here, which is the 1979 Ruby edition, right? They don't call it Admiral Rodney. So we have to go into this and see exactly what this is. This is a blend containing 49.5% coffee still rum aged in American white oak barrels between 6 to 12 years. These distilleries are all molasses based. The remaining 50.5% is a blend that comes from the John Doe one and the Vendome pot stills. These rare rums are in American white oak as well as Spanish brandy. 28 of these pot still marinades came from molasses base and 22.5 from fresh sugar cane juice. So I met the master distiller at Rum Congress, right? And he went in, they did some explanations. We tried some rare stuff. We tried some sugar cane juice. We tried some of the Vendome. We tried, some in different cars. It was really an amazing treat. So they got the Vandro stuff, strong rum. They got the Marigot Bay, which is like a liqueur, a rum cream type of thing. I didn't try that. When I was at the, I didn't try it ever, but they had it at Rum Congress. But I didn't get to try it then, right? So they got the Admiral Rodney, which we have on here. We have two, right? There's another animal running over here. And I have another animal running inside somewhere. I have an old school animal run. If you guys look on my Instagram, you see I post another clip. I have one of the old animal runnings before they start making the bunch of variations and stuff like that. And this is a podcast finish, and this here is a whiskey cast, right? So I definitely gotta rearrange this stuff. And I have another one somewhere. My God, I have so many of these things and they're just all over the place. So this is really a half, maybe a half. This is probably like 2/3 of what I got. And some of these I got from J. I think it's Forever, the number Forever J, Jay. He provided me this bottle. He provided me this bottle. I think we did a trade for this bottle. No, this Admiral Rod. I gave him an Admiral Rod. I gave him the Austin Society pick. And he gave me one of these. And I drank it out so quickly. He gave me this. And I think he gave me like a full bottle of this. And man, I chugged that thing. I really did chug it. It's so delicious, right? So, Sherman Reserve, they have a coffee still, they have a Vendome, they have the John Doe one. They call it John Doe 1. I always wanted this a John Doe 2. I've never seen a John Doe 2 written anywhere on these things. Oh, John Doe 2 right here. So I'm going to open this tonight, so I'm going to have to get to try the John Doe 2. Because most things are John Doe 1. A lot of things are not Vendome alone, which is one thing that my friend Rashawn always complains about, that there you could find like coffee, you could find the John Doe 2, the John Doe, many of them, but you just can't find the Vendome by itself. The Vendome tastes delicious, right? This is the old school 1931. So I'm gonna try not to drink all of these because I definitely want Rashawn to come in and try some of these with me. You know, whilst today did not work out for us, I have the Royal Oak somewhere. Man, like I have more bottles from this distiller, but guys, I am kind of rushing to make sure that, you know, I do something, you know, for St. Lucia on the Independence Day. Like, how could I not celebrate St. Lucia? Because St. Lucia has some delicious rums. You know, a lot of people really hype up on, you know, Jamaica, on Barbados, and some of these other countries. However, like I would say that St. Lucia is really like top tier in their rums. I respect them a lot. Having so many different stills. You know, got three. You got the Vendome, the John Doe 1, John Doe 2. What is that? That's 3 hot stills that they got, right? I can't complain. And they have finishes, they have the port, they have whiskey, they have a ton of other things, they have the column stills. But enough talking and not enough rum drinking. I'm pretty sure I've been on here for a while and I haven't drank enough, so let me pour up the Bounty. Right, pour up the Bounty. Smells good. Like, I think this has to be a blend of something. It has to have some kind of pot in there. It's a nice, sweet orange zest vanilla-y. So this says it is warm butterscotch, dry fruits, rich raisin fruits, hint of vanilla, which is what I just said. Bounty rum is a perfect balance. It's good for mixing, right? Imported by Spirit Bomb, 40%. No age statement. Wow. Yeah, butterscotch. Some butterscotch on there. I don't know why I have this cheap rum in the middle of all the other expensive rums. Nice butterscotch finish of the taste. But on the note, you get more vanilla, some orangey notes. But I like it, right? But this is a heavy pour. So this pretty much my steak here. This is going to be my glass. I'm just going to pour everything else in. I love it. So Bounty, typical mixing rum, 40%. Pretty light, but nice flavors. I would say great for mixing, right? This here, one of the best spice rums in the Caribbean, I would say. You know, although Tambu's another one. I really had to do like a spice rum competition. I think I did do one time. And this Michael won for the Caribbean for sure because I did try something from Europe that was really good as well. But I do need to get some more spice rums, like from Barbados and other places. Trinidad's Tambu was really good. Angostura Tambu, really good. Can't get in the US, but I buy it usually and just bring it in. Right, so I'm gonna pour a little bit of Spice Lab one. Oh man, very nutmeg. A little bit of cinnamon. What they say is the prime notes on this thing here. They got nutmeg on the front, ginger, cinnamon, some turmeric or something. Then Denny Duplatis is the master blender. You know what? Denny 5,000 bottles. Denny, I should have walked with my bottles for you to sign, man. Hung out with Denny at Rum Congress and the events before. It was a lot of fun, lots of fun, right? So Spice Lab 1 results from a collaboration between the international renowned bartenders and St. Lucia, first limited edition, Silaz, Celestine, and Zicho Kairitsi, and Denny Duplatis. Alright, so what do they say is it? So they got almond, candied ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and turmeric, right? So I think I got cinnamon and I said nutmeg. Almond, turmeric, candied ginger. No, I think that cinnamon and that nutmeg really just wins it over. It covers, it carries the rest of it. Let's get to tasting and see. Guys, I don't have my sign up. I don't know how long it's gonna stay up there. Right? Man. Okay. Nice, light flavors. The spices are well balanced. Honestly, you could sip this thing. Because it doesn't really taste like, you know, it's like a rust. It's not really a sipping up, right? But if you just taste it, it's not sweet, it's not overpowering. Anything that isn't sweet or overpowering, it's always easy to like sip on. Here my sign making moves already. Alright, so pour that to the side. We're gonna get to some more rums, right? So sign's already done. Alright, so we went through two of the more cheaper options. Right. Because I won't be able to stay up all night drinking with you guys, I have to make some decisions, right? So we have the concierge from Total Wine, and we also have Baytown. Do I want to crack open the Austin Rum Society? I don't know. And I also have a Horizon. It's a 14 year, right? So they're all different age statements. So maybe I should go by age statement. This is 15 year. This is 14 year. This is 9. Oh, that's what I'm saying, 9 year. And this is 14. Wow, so 9 goes here. 14, I think this was. And this here is 15. Alright, so should I go by age statement? Honestly, I didn't want to crack these open today because I think I'm going to have to do this over with Rashawn. You know, shout out to Lucia. One time, and because it's a rush thing, I'm going to have to do that second time. So, for the ones that aren't open, I'm not going to open them. And also, I know I have more St. Lucia rums. I just can't find it right now. So, I'm going to do my best to put all of them together because I know I'm missing one before miserable, and I may be missing others, right? So, let's go on to the concierge, which I think was, I don't know how much it was, like 150. You guys, if anyone's in the comments, let me know what exactly was the price of the total wine pick, right? Which is 50% John Doe 1, 50% coffee still, which is the column still, right? And this was only 14, they only produce 1,480 bottles, right? And that would be about, you usually get about 300 bottles in a barrel, right? Because we are at 51%. So you're probably gonna get 300 at best out of one barrel. 14 years, yeah, you really good. Maximum you're gonna get 300 if you bring it down at least to 51, right? 51% alcohol. So there's about 5 barrels here that they blend it together, right? So let's get to it. Smells so good. It's woody. I'm getting a little bit of pot still smell coming in. Very woody. A little bit of that metallic-y kind of flavor. I call it metallic-y. People call it sometimes people say like acetone. Rough spirits. I'm currently out of anything from St. Lucia. Bounty Gold is good bang flavor. That is true. Bounty Gold is delicious. I just recognized your comment there, Marshall. Yeah. I have so much St. Lucia because honestly, I love this. I love the uniqueness that they get out of their blends. And honestly, just like a solid, really like, to me, it's one of the best and most underrated rum brands. St. Lucia distillers. Like, I've never had a bad St. Lucia distillers product. So I really champion St. Lucia rums. I definitely gotta go back. My mom wants to do a family trip there, but man, for me, check the prices to go down there. My mom wants to go there for Christmas, and I'm just like, it's over $1,000 to go there for Christmas. And for me, it's 1,000 by 3, that's 3,000. Doesn't sound like a plan at all. Alright? Smells sweet, like sweet. I'm getting dry prunes, date, but like really intensively sweetness. On that inhaler mineral was crazy. And then I'm getting some orangey notes. Man, I love it. Oh man. Yeah. Long, dry finish. Sweet. It almost tastes as if there's some sort of finish on there. But it's just bourbon. But there's a sweet, almost wine-like flavor that I was getting a minute ago. So definitely a good rum. At that, at that alcohol proof, 51%, easy drinking, right? And that proof is easy drinking at 51%. Love the blend. It's not overpowering, it's not very potty. 50-50, and it's the John Doe 1. John Doe 1 doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't have the strongest, pot still flavors. So between not a high pot still flavor of the John Doe 1, plus not a high, it's a column still, the coffee still. So it has some a nice richness and a nice sweetness to it. It brings, like the best, the most acceptable characteristics of a pot still, I believe, right? Because a lot of people can't do pot stills because they bring so much flavor and they bring some funkiness to it, and it kind of pushes it more to a bourbon type flavor sometimes. When you get pot stills, I don't say bourbon type flavor, like very intense flavors, right? It's not always bourbony. We got a lot of funk, a lot of savory, sometimes somewhat off-putting characteristics. Because for me, I really kind of grew into liking pot stills, right? And because it is the John Doe 1 and 50% and the coffee still 50%, we really get much of that funkiness. I just got a nice sweet blend. Like, I can see why Total Wine would have picked this blend. 14 years, Easy drinking. Mhm. That was good. That was good. I'll do a quick little rinse. Move on to the next one, right? Mm-hmm. I needed that. I was getting kind of sicky. Like I said, my wife's sick, and my daughter, she's just been coughing everyone's face, right? So this is Beethoven wine and spirits. I think Beethoven's out of New York. I always want to order from them, but for some reason I haven't. I don't know if it's the shipping or what it is, but I know that I've always looked at Beethoven and want to order, but just have not, right? I'm gonna rinse the glass a little bit. Man, that hit me some way more fun than that little rinse I just got there. So this is the John Doe one and the Vendome pot still, right? So this is pot upon pot, right? So 50% John Doe. As I said before, the John Doe is a little less. From this, I think the John Doe is not that hitting in your face, right? And this is also at 51%. And they only had 505 bottles. So this may be 2 casks, right? Excuse me. 2 casks. Oh, and it's port finished since 2008. Barrel in 2005. So 3 years in bourbon, I believe. And then another 3 years, and then another. It was 15 years old. Wow. So, wow. So from 2008 to 2021, this has been in port cask. Okay. So I did get the port flavor because I thought it was a still. When it was the port is what I tasted. It was a bit of wine finish on the end there. So St. Lucia Distillers has been experimenting with blends and distillates and maturates over 2 decades. Each of these releases have been chosen for its unique characteristics to share in the pursuit of blending. Man, okay, you guys, Debbie, I respect you guys a lot for what you guys have done. Like, all these barrel picks and stuff, I have collected. So you see what, 5 on here. I've had more. I had the for the Rum Society. I've had the Eskimo Brewers. I've had I don't know what else. I'm sure I have missing somewhere in my rum collection, but I know those 2 I've had, right? So I've had at least 6 or more. The Haskell, oh man, Haskell was strong. So I've had so many of you guys picks. I really enjoy them, and I'm gonna, I'm definitely gonna continue celebrating what you guys have done. I have to be. I know I met one of Sperry Bomb's reps in one of the events. Him and I exchanged numbers. If you see this video, Danny, anyone from St. Lucia, Distillers, if you guys know of anyone in your contacts here in South Florida, we gotta meet it. I think the guy said he was in like West Palm Beach or something. So I gotta plan a day, invite him over and get this thing done. Sadly, the family life thing has been a lot. February has been a lot of fun. Rum Congress, all events from Rum Congress. I think I was going out every night from Thursday to Sunday. Thursday night Latrova. Friday night was Savage Lab with St. Lucia Distillers, the amazing event. Then Saturday was actual Rum Congress with Rum Lab after. And then Sunday was Rum Dinner with Missy and Joe, Rum Travelers. Check those guys out, right? So, what I'm going back to, my second one, which is Beethoven, right? Port finish. I'm definitely getting more pot, but I'm pretty sure the finish I got a minute ago was that port wine. Fruity, very fruity. Weird, no, on the nose there's a fruitiness and then there's a weird sourness. Wow. Getting heat and nice mild sweetness. Um, what's that sweetness? Stuck butterscotch. It's kind of orangey, but it's fruity. So it was hot, attacking my palate. Giving it some port finishes, some pot still sharpness. You know, things that you get off of some of those other Jamaican rums. And it's so sweet. Oh man, that rum is delicious, guys. Honestly, I have so much rums, right? I have literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks of like tubs of rums. Here I got rums inside the house. I got a ton of rums. Definitely have at least like 400 bottles or so of rums. As soon as I get fed up of just drinking, just drinking for drinking's sake, you know? Like, you know, I'm really tasting sometimes. So I'm just drinking when I'm going through, I just have a lot of work to do. I say, yeah, sip something. But tasting this rum a minute ago, man, it is so different. Like, I feel like the Total Wine pick was very approachable. I knew it. I just like, even tasting it, even I could understand how Total Wine would pick the taste that it did, because it was just well balanced, nice flavors, you know, approachable. Something that if they sold to anyone who likes spirits, aged spirits, they would enjoy. What Beton picked was something more in line what I would pick, right? Because it was just like, there's just a lot going on, a lot of action, right? You know, the pot still sharp flavor, boldness. The port wine kind of just bring it down to a more drier, more sophisticated flavor, and then that sweetness is just like honey. Man, alright, so as I said, I want to do this over, so I'm not even going to open the other two, because Rashawn and I need to go through this, argue, debate, and so on. You know, he's my partner in this thing. Like, he's really good at doing some more research on stuff. Always knows a lot of nitty gritty on this kind of information. So, definitely just wanna. Everything is just something so good in my mind right now, right? So, alright. This here, Beton, which is 15 years, 50-50, poured for like 12 years or something. Yeah. That is Beton did a good thing right there. So, I poured the end into my mixing, my collection in the corner there. Because I want to boost that up for when I want to drink it later on. Right? Guys, honestly, you gotta visit St. Lucia. St. Lucia is a beautiful place. I visited on a cruise last year, as I said, one was on the island for a couple hours. It was an Uber Soca cruise. If you guys don't know about Uber Soca cruise is a party boat, a party like Caribbean, Carnival. I'm trying to figure out which one to go to next. All over the place, right? So this has some pot and column. This is all column but port finish. This doesn't have a finish. I have a good bit in there. But honestly, I want to save this 46%. I want to save this for the next review, right? But just so little in there. This has a good bit in there. I'm trying to figure out, you know what, I'm going to go to the Admiral run these next. I'm going to finish up with this one. This is, I think this was in celebration of the 40th, the 40th independence, right? Did you guys bring out anything for the 45th independence? Or you guys going to bring out every 10, right? So maybe on the 50th Independence Day, you guys gonna bring out another one of these. But I was skip this for now. I to the port finish, right? So this is album on the first release, and this is second release. Alright, so I have the two releases. Look at me, special guy. Alright, this is Almond Rodney, Master Seller, blend of exceptional cash from 2006 rums, aged in American mobile. Rums then placed in 30-year-old podcast made in Europe oak and aged for further 9 months. Rum is intense and harmonious, sweet, raisin, spicy palate for sophisticated marriage of rum and port. Such a union is shown to bring a smile to Admiral Rodney's face as he defeated Britain's dominions. Alright, so it's 2006. It was distilled in March of 2006. Let's go how specific they are. Right, so 2006, rum has been placed in 13-year-old podcasts. Now how old this is, how old the rum itself is. I'm not fully understanding that. Admiral Rodneys are rare, maturated, or Admiral Rodneys are distilled using 45 grit coffee still, which is commissioned in 1984. Alright. And they got some notes here. Intense sweet honey notes, chocolate, licorice, tobacco. Alright. So, pretty clear. This is 45%. I love the presentation of these bottles, these big wood with gold embroidered over. It just seems so rich. The bottle shape, everything about it is really really high quality stuff. I tell you guys, to me, there's the big boys, you would say, like Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad. Yeah, you might even add Trinidad in there. Those are like the big names, right? Where everybody knows that these guys know. St. Lucia is the little brother that could. There's people who there's a favorite children, and then there's the one that's really in there, getting it, really proving its worth. St. Lucia is it, man. You don't really getting much nose on this one. Okay, I'm getting something. Nice. It just smells like good rum, man. Nice sweetness, I'm getting a little. Oh, nice sweetness, vanilla, orange peel. Man, that smells good. That smells really, really good. And this is, what's the percentage on it? It's like 45 or something? I thought I saw 45 somewhere. Yeah, 45%. Release number 1, port finish. Let's go for it. I'll shift the table over. Okay, guys, and the camera's kind of shifted or something. Alright, so just like I'm not running. Nose is amazing. Flavor profile, not so much, kind of thin. Port finish, coat your tongue. Very light. That's one of my things about Admiral Rodney. Sometimes I feel like the wood, maybe in a coffee still, the wood kind of dominates a lot. Not a lot of complexity, and that's the thing. I really probably should have started with these before I went to all those pot stills and stuff like that. Yeah, nice light rum. So, Admiral Rodney, nice light rum. It starts, finishes really quickly. It starts really quickly, gets into the finish. You get a long, woody finish. Here I'm getting some port finishes. Look at this the port isn't like a sweet, it's like heavy or wet with port wines that the alcohol itself gets sweet. I really appreciate that. Right? So this is number 1 officer's release. Number 2 officer's release, 2009 Irish whiskey cask. Master Sellers selected exceptional cask aged 11 years, finished 9 months in Irish cask whiskey. Only this one say. Master Sellers selected exceptional cask aged 13 years and finished 9 months in port. So this is aged even longer. Alright? And this one will age 11 years and then 9 months in whiskey finish. So that one had more of a woody flavor, but the rum itself I find wasn't that flavorful. So let's see how release number 2 is going. Again, this is 45%. Getting more sweetness, getting more flavors of this one. Like maybe this was lower, they took it off lower off the coffee still, because with a coffee still, this is really a column still. If you take it off of lower plates, you get better flavors, right? Like Trinidad has a 4-story and a 5-story column still. That's all they got. They got no pot fills. But when you try some of the stuff that comes off that lower plate, those things you can really count esters on, man, that thing is good. That thing is delicious. Like I have the 20-year rum. It's good stuff, man. Alright, this one's completely different. Orangey flavors. It's just rummy and nice. It's got that wood. You know, some sweetness, some kind of fruitiness. Some dried fruit, orange zest. It just smells delicious. I don't get any of that Irish whiskey finish or whatever, but let's get to the tasting. Wow. Man, this is good. Way more flavorful. Lots of fruit. Release number 2 is delicious. I don't know where the whiskey is, but that finish is kind of dry. Something else there. I can't tell you what is there. A dry, almost smoky. It's a dry, slightly bitter, slightly smoky-ish kind of flavor. Maybe that's the whiskey finish. What the rum tastes like, it just tastes delectable. It is sweet. It is, to me, one of the better versions of column still I think I'm getting right there. I tell you, like, you get off those lower plates on that column still, you know, way better product. You just get more flavors, you just get more sweetness, you get more character, you know, like, it's not the crazy flavor that you get off a pot still, but you get what the quintessential rum is. You know, I love that sweet, fruity flavor when no sugar is added, but just the flavors of the rum itself, right? So, guys, well enough when I come off of this, I have to go do some work. So, I gotta wrap this up, right? So, guys, today again, St. Lucia's 45th Independence Day. I do have this from the 40th Independence Day celebration. the Ruby Reserve from St. Lucia, which again is 49.5% coffee column still, aged in American white oak bourbon barrels between 6 and 12 years, blended with the John Doe one, right, at 50.5%. And they said that some was aged in Spanish oak and the others was aged molasses base remaining from fresh sugar. They had so much things going on in this thing. And what's it? There's a lot going on in this. I just know 46%. Huge. This is like the older style wooden corks that they have. I have one of these older bottles. That's only like 5 years ago. So, but I have one of those. I have one of those animal rodents in the same bottle here. Right? Let's pour a little bit. Yeah, love this. So, one of my friends, met her years ago from St. Lucia. She promised she gonna bring me a bottle next time she goes to St. Lucia. I will call out her name. Maybe you guys in St. Lucia know her. Annabelle LaFosse. Annabelle actually waiting on the rum from St. Lucia. You know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know when you're gonna get it to me, right? But Annabelle years ago, really cool girl. Let's see, 40th anniversary, the Ruby Reserve. That John Doe one is kicking in this one. This is John Doe and coffee still. I'm pretty sure I tried one John Doe and coffee still here already. Right, which was this one here, John Doe one and coffee still. You say John Doe one? What did they say here? Yeah, John Doe one. Oh, sorry. These distillates, so it has coffee still, Asian American, These distillates are all molasses based, remaining 50.1 is between our John Doe 1 and Vendome pot still. Okay, so there's some Vendome in there, okay, because I'm like, yo, pot is kicking in this one. That Vendome is doing its thing. Yeah, it's different. This is just John Doe 2, and then this is John Doe 1. So I gotta pop these two open. I gotta buy some. You know, I know there's a Florida Rum Society wants to sit out there somewhere. I definitely need to get me. I think that one is all column still. And just because I love Chairman's Reserve, maybe by my next video, I'm gonna get me the Florida Rum Society one before I do my second, iteration of celebrating the Admiral Rodney St. Lucia Distillers Company, right? So 46%, but man, that pot is kicking. Wow. Sweetness. Oh boy. Yeah, it is not fresh cane juice in there, man. Oh man, this one is good. So, again, a lot of these rums. 1, 2, 3. Which one was it? It's the Baytown and the Baytown and this. There are like 4 of these bottles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I got from number 4 ever Jay. He's in some of these groups. I think his name is Jay or Jason Ferguson, something like that. He's Jay. I don't know what. He is the one that provided me a lot of these rums. He's from St. Lucia. He collects a lot of St. Lucia rums. We did a trade. My most favorable trade ever completed. Because I gave him like 1 full bottle and he gave me like 4 half bottles or something like that. or 4, like these little bottles, like not a lot in there, but like he gave me a full bottle and like 4 other bottles, and 4 half and 4 quarter bottles or something like that. But man, you guys are really cool dude. Made a good trade. Happy anniversary to you, Jay. And yeah, happy Independence Day to Saint Lucia, and thank you for making these delicious rums. I hope I can move this thing out of the way and not damage or break my bottles, because you know, too much alcohol and trying to shift things around lazily could cause a lot of damage, right? So I hope I can remember that when I'm about to move all these bottles. Yeah. But I still have 2 bottles on the table that hasn't been opened. I got this bottle here, and I got other bottles I got to look for. So I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this rum tasting. Right? Which rum was here? Because man, this here, Daddy, I don't know if he was in this one for this one here. This thing is amazing. I can see I could trust in Lucia Distillers to make some good rums. No lie. This has been really, really good. Honestly, like my best was probably this one. I really like this one. I don't know. I'm trying to order, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from all the rums I drank. I drank 6 rums. What rums are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 core rums I didn't drink. I didn't drink this. I didn't drink this. Oh, I drank this. I forgot to mention that one. That was, that kind of bounty was close. Decent. Could be sipped, but they really mixing rums. This one here, for the only high-end rums, I think this might have been my least favorite because it didn't have a lot of flavor, in my opinion. This is really light, and then you get some port flavors in there. It wasn't all the expensive rums. I think this was my least favorite. Right, everything else I think was like really up there. This was definitely my favorite. I think these 2 were like really my favorite. The other ones were good, decent rums. This is my least favorite out of the high-end rums that I tried today. Right, guys, I am happy to do this. I'm gonna try to do this again because I have way more St. Lucia rums and I just did not have the time to look for them all. I got things to do, people to see. So yeah, let me wrap this up here now. See you guys in the next one. Ready, set, rum. Take you around the globe. 9, 10, how much ever St. Lucia rums at a time. Happy Independence Day to St. Lucia. Alright? See you in the next one.